We're started. Thanks a lot, Queen, for taking introductions, and I really appreciate you, Queen. I don't say it enough publicly how much I appreciate you guys. Just been we've been doing this together online since about 2008, 2009, end of 2008, and I think going into 2009. So for 7 years, 8 years, I can probably count on one hand that we've done a webinar that you weren't there to do introductions in 7 years. So thank you so much. And I also want to thank all of our great teammates that offer suggestions and critique. And the other day, I was blown away. A. Landis Jones, who's on the webinar, we did a recording. Sean Nickens turned me on to a mobile app that would allow me to record things on my mobile phone. For a certain segment of our audience, there is something that we're promoting, and to be able to show what was happening on my mobile phone was a really big deal. Well, Sean turned me on to that particular app, but when I recorded it, once we showed it on screen, you kind of had to tilt your neck, okay, for you to really appreciate the video. And A. Landis took that. I still don't know how he did it, but he took that and he spent hours and hours and hours cutting and splicing and splicing and cutting, and gave me a perfect rendition of the video. It took him several hours. Should have charged me a whole bunch of money for the time he spent, but did not. So I just thank our audience for being so giving, all right, because it allows us to impact and touch a lot of people. Okay, so now what we're going to do tonight's webinar and our Thursday night's webinar they're sponsored now by two entities. RAS, which stands for Reverse Advertising System. This is a completely 100% generic mobile marketing platform, and it's designed so that you can get more leads, you can get more sales, you can get more recruits for whatever it is that you are promoting. And excuse me. And this webinar series is also co-sponsored by a new portal that we'll be launching here very shortly called CRB, or Click, Rank, and Bank. Now, there is a specific offer that Click, Rank, and Bank promotes. However, it's really an offer that virtually every marketer needs to have in their portfolio, because it's going to address one of the major issues that most marketers have, and that is most marketers aren't good at marketing yet. Excuse me. Most marketers don't have a marketing budget. And so that particular offer I really see more as a tool to help marketers develop a marketing budget, even if they're not good at marketing right now, doing just a little bit of activity to develop a marketing budget. And then from that marketing budget, being able to start to consistently drive traffic and make sure they've got the right tools and resources so they can start to build their business. So tonight's webinar is sponsored by both RAS and CRB. Okay, let's get into the content. All right, so our ultimate objective is to assist you in building a long-term sustainable business with multiple streams of income, all right? Now, this is important because when I first got in the industry some 20 plus years ago, back in 1994, this was not the messaging at the time. The internet hadn't really taken shape. People weren't really using the internet at the time. Well, the internet was really fairly new to us back in 94, but people weren't using the internet at the time to build their business. Even, as late as 98, 99, 2000, a lot of we that grew up in the network marketing space, the internet was still kind of foreign to us. And so, we were pretty much taught to marry the offer, say our nuptials, our I do's, whether it was Amway or whether it was Primerica Financial Services or Prepaid Legal, I think it's called Legal Shield now, or Mary Kay or what have you. There were only a few companies, Herbalife, that were in your local area because the internet hadn't really taken shape yet. And so I remember hearing so many of the people that I looked up to, the people that I respected, the people that I considered my mentors, saying things like, hey, you can't chase two rabbits. I never hope to catch either one. And the whole inference is, you better just stay focused on one thing. All right, and that sounds good, especially if you have a really good model working for you. It sounds good. Just be 100% committed to that. The problem is, what we've seen in our industry is that certain things may be hot today and they may not be tomorrow. You know, we've seen companies that that did exceptionally well, and then the owner gets a buyout. All right, maybe it was privately held, and then some big company, maybe it's a publicly held company, gives them a sweetheart deal. We saw that with a company called A.L. Williams when it became Primerica. We saw that with XL Telecommunications. And even though A.L. Williams / Primerica is still around, there were a lot of changes to the model when the new company took over. Had a totally different vision than Art Williams, the guy who started the company. And so we've seen that. So we've seen companies do well, and because of them doing well, we've seen, you know, some big giant come in and buy them out, and then the vision change. And that impacted, in many cases, negatively impacted the field. We've seen a company that did exceptionally well, and the CEO, I don't know if the CEO or the owner, went on a couple of years sabbatical, I believe, dealing with his religious faith belief. And so he basically handed the company over to someone else to run it while he did what he felt he was called to do, and that person ran it into the ground. We've seen companies come and go because of divorce or because of death or a number of things. So what we want to do now is be not just marketers. We want to become entrepreneurs, okay? And so we want to build a long-term sustainable business. Now, your long-term sustainable business is not your offer. Offers obviously are important, and there are some offers that are far better, far more potent, bring more solutions to the marketplace than others, okay? But we don't want to say nuptials, I do, to any specific offer, because offers come and offers go. So we want to have multiple streams of income. Now, this is very key, across multiple niches. Now, why multiple niches? All right, so maybe you're in, and I come from the network marketing arena, so I'll tend to slant my training to that audience of people, MLM, network marketing. You might not be MLM or network marketing. You'll still get value out of what we're talking about tonight, okay? So for instance, maybe you love weight loss, and so maybe you have a weight loss network marketing company that you're promoting. So you're in the weight loss niche, all right? Well, you ultimately not only want to have multiple streams of income, but you want to have multiple niches. So yes, you've got the weight loss niche going on, but maybe you also have something going on in the travel niche. And it doesn't have to be another MLM deal, all right? It could be maybe some other offer that appeals to people that like to travel, or maybe some offer that appeals to people that like mobile gaming or mobile apps. We're starting to see a few companies come up in the mobile space. Make a note that you certainly want to consider something that's in the mobile space. And the reason I say that is because the big money, big corporate money, is moving a lot of advertising dollars towards mobile. So you might see something in the mobile space that has nothing to do with advertising, but when you see that big money is moving, where the big money is moving, you want to have something there. Another a niche you might want to consider at some point is something like cryptocurrencies. If you've dealt with Bitcoin, that is where I remember when Bitcoin just about 18 months ago was maybe $200 a coin, and it recently got above 1,100, and it's now in the 950s, 960s, or something like that. You want to have multiple niches. So maybe you're in weight loss, and then maybe you have something in travel, and then maybe you have something in mobile, and then maybe you have. Now, why is that important? Because what we've also seen in this industry is that there'll be some niches that are really hot for a minute, and then they cool down. So we saw that in our space with nutritional beverages. All right, nutritional beverages, Tahitian noni juice, Zango juice, Free Life with its goji, what was it, goji? I think goji juice, something like that, okay? Monavi or Monavi. We saw for a while that niche was really, really hot. People made a lot of money, okay? But then we now have seen that has cooled down quite a bit. Not that those companies are gone, but they're not on the uprise anymore. And so you want to have multiple streams of income across multiple niches, so that ultimately we have the financial freedom and the time freedom to really, Clara, pursue what you're really passionate about. Hotly pursue the passions of your heart. Ethel, I'm not saying that marketing is your passion. All right, marketing is a means to an end to help you generate enough revenue. You want to have multiple sources, so if something ever happens to one source of income for whatever reason, all right, and I know, Barry, I've been there 4 times, different models, $20,000 a month or more, 4 times the money at some point stopped at no fault of my own. Okay, so this is why this is such a big part of our teaching with our folks. Now, let's real quickly cover why marketers fail. Because as Queen stated, if you don't know how to market, it doesn't matter what you're marketing. You could have the best model. It could pay 500% commissions, okay? But if you don't know how to market, it won't matter, all right? But the flip side of that is true. Once you know how to market, it doesn't matter what you're marketing. So we need to understand why marketers fail so that we can start to check these things off so that we're not in a position to fail. Unfortunately, 95% or so of the marketplace are struggling. All right. So what does that mean about the 5% elite? They're making an absolute fortune. All right. Well, there's nothing but abundance in this industry. We just need to know why marketers fail and then position ourselves so that we're not doing what the overwhelming majority of marketers are doing. Most marketers neglect their biggest asset, which is them. All right. Your business is not your offer. As sexy as your offer might be, your business is not your offer. Your business is you and your following. You and your following. Most people don't have a funnel-based system. We're going to talk about that tonight because this is a message that I've never heard taught in the MLM network marketing space. I've heard it taught in the high-ticket space where it's $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 offer, but I've never heard it taught in the lower ticket space where maybe a person is joining a network marketing company for, $199 purchase or $299, or maybe it's nothing. There's some models out that's coming up now where there's little to no outlay initially because it's a little different model that they have. So we're going to talk about a funnel-based system tonight and why that's so important that we employ a funnel-based system. You will be hard-pressed to find a company, a network marketing company, an MLM company. You'll be hard-pressed to find an affiliate product or an affiliate service that has a funnel-based system. We're going to talk about the importance of it, and then you'll start to see why the RAS and CRB, Click, Rank, and Bank, why those are going to be very, very crucial to you ultimately developing multiple streams of income because it's going to employ a funnel-based system. Most don't have a responsive list. All right, you probably heard that the money is in the list. That's partially true. The money is in a responsive list. One of the things we have to commit to is building and cultivating a responsive list. Okay, you might get a sale here or there. You might get a land or recruit here or there without a list, but I promise you that you are going to miss out big time without a list. Not long ago, about 3-4 weeks ago, offer comes across my desk. I had seen it the end of 2016, but nobody ever really showed me value. It was just like, a pitch fest thing, but there was no value related to it. And so I don't know if it was 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, someone in whose list I am in gave me value as to that particular offer. Okay. And I spent, we did a webinar on a Thursday night. I started looking at that offer before our webinar. We did the webinar on Thursday night. I did not go to sleep at all that night. All I did was research it, looked at some YouTube videos and, tried to get an idea of what that thing was all about. Well, this particular model was in like a pre-launch type of deal. And they had an offer if you take advantage of this offer, this happens and that happens and so on and so forth. But that offer was only going to be up for less than 24 hours. All right, so that's one of the reasons I didn't go to bed that night, because I wanted to really study that offer to see if it was worth taking to my list. And so sure enough, I saw that the risk reward, very little risk, high, very potential reward if they performed. And so I sent out an email and I sent out a text message. It was a limited time offer. It had to be done right away. And I didn't even have time to frame it the way I would like to frame it, teaching people why I'm doing it and what have you. I sent out an email and I sent out a text message that basically said, hey, limited time offer, do it now. All right, I'll explain later. That was on a Friday. I said, I'll explain, by, I think it was over the weekend or something like that. Okay. So that was the first time I'd ever said anything to my list about that offer. And it blew me away that we had just under 50 people that registered with that messaging. All right. And several, we got gobs of folks that are just waiting for that company to reopen for new enrollments. That's because we had a responsive list. Okay. That's because we have a responsive list. Our business is not the offer. While I think that's a sexy offer, especially if she performs, our business is not the offer. Our business is ourselves, you, all right, me, all right, and your following and my following, okay? So you've got to have a responsive list. Now, once you have a responsive list, you want to make sure that your offers, you can present them in a compelling way. So a lot of people either don't have compelling offers, meaning the offer really doesn't bring any healing. It doesn't bring any salve or any ointment to the problems and the challenges and the frustrations that others in your market are dealing with. And since we are marketers, i.e. network marketers, MLMers, affiliate marketers, then we need to understand who our target market should be. It should be other folks that are marketing, okay? My Aunt Jan, who I love dearly, my Aunt Barbara, who I love dearly, they don't have an entrepreneurial bone in their body, okay? Love them dearly. They're not my target market as it relates to connecting with marketers. So I want to connect with other marketers, all right? So I need to have an offer or offers that will bring healing, salve, ointment to the problems and the struggles and the frustrations that they're dealing with. And so what I want you to be thinking is, with your offer, and I'm not telling you stop promoting anything, but with your offer, does your offer as it is currently constructed, as with the sales video and with any type of follow-up and whatever webinars that the company may have or you might be running or some leader of that company, does that offer, the product, the service, the compensation model, does it provide healing and ointment to the larger marketplace? If it does not, I'm not telling you not to promote it, but you certainly want to add something that's going to bring healing to the marketplace. And that's what we mean by having a compelling offer. Something that even if Clifton is promoting travel, and maybe I'm not promoting travel, that I can bring him something to help him that will ultimately promote his travel business better. Okay? All right. And then the fifth reason that people fail is they just aren't getting enough people to take a look at what they have to offer. Marketing has always been, will always be, Alfred, a numbers game. Okay? And the numbers go like this. Make a quick note of this. All right. I'll tell you what. Give me a moment. Let me bring up my whiteboard. I forget to do that. Let me bring up my whiteboard. Bear with me. I didn't post this in my notes. So let me give you the numbers, okay? Here's what the numbers say, all right? The numbers say when you are building a list, okay? When you're building some type of list, email list or text messaging list, the numbers say that you should average a 1% to a 5% conversion. This is pretty much across the board. All right. So now, for instance, if you had 100 leads, all right. Well, here's the problem with just 100 leads. The law of averages. So let's say this 1 to 5% conversion would be the law of averages. Okay. The law of averages necessitates the law of large numbers. Let me give you an example. All right. So let's take a coin. The law of averages say that when you flip that coin, half the time it should land on heads, half the time it should land on tails. Now, I know that's what's used in the U.S. With our international audience. I don't know if you guys with your coins say heads or tails or not, okay? All right, but half the time it lands on, heads, half the time it lands on tails. That's the law of averages. However, in order for the law of averages to play out, you must employ the law of large numbers. Without the law of large numbers, there's no way you may not see the law of averages take effect. Example. All right, so I've got a coin. Let's say I've got a US quarter, okay? So I've got a quarter and I flip it 4 times. Now, the law of averages say I should get 2 heads, 2 tails. That's what I should get. But I've only flipped it 4 times. That's not the law of large numbers. So I might get 4 heads and no tails, 3 tails and 1 head. That's not the law of averages. But now if I were to flip that coin 4,000 times, within a reasonable margin, I'm going to get about 2,000 heads and just about 2,000 tails. It might be 2,003 heads and 1,997 tails, but thereabout. So the law of averages say you should have a 1 to 5% conversion as you're building your list. So let's say that you've got 1,000 subscribers to some type of list, email list, SMS text list. If we don't have that yet, then we know that needs to be a big focus, okay? All right, so 1,000 subscribers, okay? So that means with a 1% to a 5% conversion rate, you should get somewhere between 10 people to maybe even 50 people to buy or join you. If you're in the network marketing niche and you're wanting people to ultimately buy or use the product or service, but you also want them to become an affiliate or an enrollee so that they can also do the same thing, all right? So 10 to 50 people is what you should expect. So if you had a list of 10,000 subscribers, all right, same 1 to 5% would be something like 100 to 500 people. Took me a while before I got this. It really did. My head was hard. I was stubborn. Took me a while because I grew up in the industry before the internet, and we weren't taught to pay for advertising. We were taught, word of mouth advertising. So we went out and we did a sweat equity approach to getting our word out. We went out to the mall and we did the 3-foot rule and we gave out cards. And sometimes we did these card drops where, you got a whole bunch of cards and you went to every place you went. You just, had cards that you left in the restroom and left by the coffee at the coffee stand at the convenience store. That's not fun. Maybe you went to Walmart and stuck them in between cars. And oh gosh, that was horrible. All right. When we're talking about online, okay, when I got this, and then I started to see that was happening. I started to see over the last 3-4 years, if I've promoted a network marketing company, when I went to my list first, I knew I was going to personally enroll 100, 200, 300, sometimes even more just from my existing list. Not to mention now maybe doing some campaigns to grow my list to start to promote that particular offer. All right. This is why your business is not your offer. Your business is you and your following. And many of these folks, all right, are the same people that joined me 5 years ago, to join me 4 years ago, to join me 3 years ago, to join me 2 years ago, to join me last year, to join me 6 months ago, so on and so forth. This is why we've got to focus on your list. Now, multiple streams of income. Okay, so now, what I want to do tonight, and we'll start this tonight, I certainly don't expect that we'll finish it tonight, is I want to talk about this idea of a funnel-based system as it relates to our ultimately being able to develop multiple streams of income across multiple niches. All right, a funnel-based system, because we're saying that, hey, most people, most marketers do not have a funnel-based system. So we need to take some time out, Gail, and share with you, well, what the heck is a funnel-based system? All right, well, how? First off, let's take a look from a traditional standpoint of what a funnel looks like. All right, we're probably all familiar, no matter what country you live in, you probably have seen this before. We're probably all familiar with McDonald's. All right, so now McDonald's does advertising, all right, drives traffic to get people into the store or through the drive-through, all right, and then they're going to offer something. Now, what happens is McDonald's puts out about $1.91 in ads per customer, all right? Now, that initial offering typically is a burger, all right, where the price point is a couple bucks, all right? Now, they have a saying, they have a statement, not just them, but most big companies have a statement, and it leads to billions upon billions of dollars, all right? And it goes something like this. Would you like blank with that? It could be, would you like fries with that? Would you like a drink with that? Would you like whatever that they happen to promote, okay? Before they ask that question, they only generate about 18 cents worth of profit per customer. Before they ask, would you like this with that? All right, they only generate about 18 cents per customer. But when they ask that question, hey, would you like fries with that? Would you like a drink with that? Would you like whatever it is they may be promoting with that? A percentage of the people say, yeah, let's do some fries. Well, what size would you like? Medium? No, let me do large. And what just happened? They just increased the ticket, the purchase from the average purchase from that customer. And so when they ask that question, would you like fries and a drink or what have you, this is where they actually derive the majority of their profit. The majority of their profit does not come in at the entrance of the funnel. The majority of their profit is derived as someone starts to move through their funnel. So the grocery store, all right, so in this case, they get to keep $1.32 of that $1.77. So typically what happens is that would you like, whatever that product or that service happens to be, has a higher profit margin. They have a lower profit margin on the front end to get you to come in. So maybe you're ordering initially from the value meal, right? It's $1 or it's $1.29 or whatever the number happens to be, all right? And then they say, hey, but would you like fries or Coke with that or a drink with that or what have you? Oh, yeah. Give me a large fry and I'll have a Coke with that and what have you, okay? All right, now, so this in traditional business is a funnel. Grocery store sends out, collects your information, all right, asks you for your email address. This is a value exchange. They will send you valuable circulars online to let you know when you've got sales, and maybe if you sign up for their rewards card or what have you, maybe you get some points, or maybe you get some special discounts because you have that card. What did they do? It was a value exchange. In order for you to get that, I come from the U.S. in the South, where we had Food Lion, all right? In order for you to get the Food Lion MVP or the Harris Teeter Vic card, you had to fill out a little information about yourself. Name, address, email address, okay? You were giving them permission to basically market to you. In exchange for that valuable data, you got this little card, and that card allowed you to maybe get some extra savings that people who don't have the card would not be able to get access to. It's a value exchange, okay? Well, then when you go into the grocery store, and how many times have you ever gone to the grocery store and I'm just going to get some milk, I'm just going to get some eggs, I'm just going to get some bread, and do you ever just get the milk and the eggs and the bread? No, because you are in their funnel. And all of a sudden now you get up to check out, and they got all this stuff just right there in your face. And my heavens, if you happen to have children, my 9-year young daughter, she always finds something. And you know, I've got 2 sons. I love my sons. They're 21 and 19. My little girl is 9, and we didn't think we were going to have any more. You know, I always wanted to have a little girl. We thought that, you know, that ship had sailed. And thank heavens we had our little girl, Heaven. All right, so, and then she's got these really long, pretty eyelashes. So, and she knows how to get daddy. All right, so she'll start blinking her eyelids, Daddy, and she'll put her head to the side. Daddy, can I have? Please, Daddy, please, Daddy. You know. How am I going to say no, right? Okay. All right. So those are traditional ways of funnels. Now, how do we do this? How do we do this online? Okay. So let me give you my definition of a funnel-based system. And again, this will not be we'll have a part 2, maybe even a part 3 to this. Our definition of a funnel-based system is this. Number 1, an automated process. An automated process. I love live webinars. I love seeing Alfred and Andrew and Charles and Claire and Clint and Cynthia and Damon and Gail and Foy and Felipe. I love seeing my folks on live webinars. However, with a true funnel-based system, it has to be automated. The sales presentation, the sales information, the marketing information needs to be automated. All right. So I'll continue to do my live webinars. We'll record them. We'll put them, particularly when we launch the CRB portal. We'll have a whole webinar vault there. We'll be posting all of that. But it has to be an automated process. Now, in most cases these days in marketing, most of the time there is an automated process. That didn't always be the case. Or there's an automated, I should say, presentation, not an automated full process. All right. We need to have an automated process by which your offer is communicated as solutions, so we can communicate solutions to the pains and frustrations of your target market. Now, there are a lot of companies that offer you an automated presentation, but not a full process. A full process means that there is a value exchange where you are collecting their data, their email address, their cell phone number, so that you can now have a robust follow-up system, because we have to understand that most people are not going to buy, most people are not going to join the first time they see or they hear your message. It requires repeat follow-ups to get most people to join and buy. Even our 1 to 5% conversion rate, okay, of those that will convert, buy what you want them to buy, join what you want them to join. Of those that will convert, the majority of those are not going to convert the first time they see, the first time they hear. So a funnel-based system, we want to have an automated process, which includes, yes, a presentation, a sales presentation, whatever you want to call it, a marketing presentation that talks about what this product, service, or income opportunity, what solution does it bring to the pains and the frustrations of your target market. If all it's doing is showing the fluff, you know, the big houses and the cars, that appeals to some folks. But let me tell you, when you have a process that magnifies the pains and the frustrations of your target market, and now you're able to bring the healing, the ointment, the salve, the relief, you're more likely to get people to buy and join, because people will do more to get out of the pain, out of the frustration, than they will just to pursue pleasure. All right. Second part of the definition. So the first part of the definition, it needs to be an automated process. That doesn't just mean a presentation. There needs to be an automated robust follow-up system by which you communicate your solutions to the pains and frustrations of your target market. Number two, the second part of the definition, a properly structured funnel offers a number, not just one, a number of value-based solutions. When you are looking to add an income stream, add a network marketing company, add a new product or service to promote to your audience, the overriding thing you should be looking at is not the compensation, not how much money you will make if you get the sale. Because if your product or service does not provide a solution, does not provide value, you're not going to get many sales anyway. Okay? So you want a product or a service that is going to be solution oriented, value-based solutions that's going to help to ease or eliminate the pains of your target market, while at the same time increasing the number and the size of transactions that your customers, clients, and recruits complete with you. Here's what we've learned in this industry. If you offer a value-based solution that helps to ease or eliminate somebody's pain, they will typically buy from you again or join you again and again and again and again. And that's what we want to build. When I say your business is you and your following, I'm not just saying your business is you and a list. A list begins the process, all right? But it's when you start to continually provide value to the folks in your list, and you're constantly looking for things that will help ease their pains, ease their struggles. Nobody cares about me. Nobody cares about you. They couldn't give a crap about me. It's how can I help them? Now, once I show I can help, then all of a sudden, I make a difference. When you show that you can help, then all of a sudden, you make a difference. Okay? Most people are fiercely loyal. If you provide healing, you provide ointment, you provide salve, relief to the pains that they are dealing with in their business, most people will be extremely loyal to that and will do business with you again and again and again, which increases the number of transactions they do with you. And ultimately, we want to also increase the size of transactions, okay? When you really get to it, there are three ways to generate revenue in your business. Number one, to acquire, to get more new customers, new clients, new recruits that buy the underlying product or service that your company might be promoting, and hopefully they turn around and there's some duplication and they get some customers and recruits themselves. So to get more customers, more clients, more recruits. And we obviously are always looking to do that. We always want to have fresh eyeballs coming to the offer, building a list, providing value to the folks that are in that list so that ultimately people want to do business with us one time. And then if they do business with us one time, they're more likely to do business with us a second time, a third time, and a fourth time. Number two, what about the existing customers that you already have? What about the existing clients or recruits that you already have? Well, we want to get them to buy more often. So with many of us in network marketing, we like it when maybe they're on an auto ship or they're a monthly subscription where they're buying on a monthly basis, okay? So we want that recurring and that continuity and that residual income. Now, I will tell you that we are starting to see, not a lot, but we are starting to see some companies in the MLM type space bringing a new model to bear where perhaps the residual income is not coming from the fact that somebody's on a monthly subscription or monthly auto ship. It might be that they're partaking in some type of activity that generates revenue for the company some type of activity that generates revenue for the organization. So be on the lookout for things like that. They're few and far between. You're not going to find them easily, but when something like that comes across your desk where, maybe there is little to no monthly subscription, all right, but a residual income can still be generated because of maybe some activity that person is doing on a daily or weekly or monthly basis. Be on the lookout for something like that, because one of the things we know is people don't really like monthly auto ships and monthly subscriptions, because for a lot of people, most people in network marketing, it's a new bill, because most people in network marketing don't recruit enough people, don't get enough customers to generate enough revenue to cover that business expense. Okay. All right. So a second way to generate more revenue is the existing customers you have, the existing clients you have, all right, buying from you more often. All right. And then number 3 is to increase the average ticket of the purchases made by your customers, your clients, or recruits. Make a note of this. All right. One thing that you all want to consider adding at some point in your income producing portfolio is some type of high ticket offer. You might not be in a position to do that now, because most high ticket offers means that you have to own the product, or, in order for you to earn commissions on the product. I'm talking about an offer that maybe one sale generates $1,000. When I say high ticket, I mean a commission of $1,000 or more. Okay. At some point, it may not be now, but at some point, along with what you have in your income producing portfolio, you want to add a high ticket type of offer. All right, so here's the 3 ways to generate more revenue. Get more customers, get more clients, get more recruits. Okay? And we all want to do that. But you want to also have, those existing customers you already have, those existing clients, those existing recruits, that those recruits, you've already done the hard work. The hardest work is to get that new customer to buy from you. The hardest thing is to get that new person to join you, because they are operating primarily on faith. They don't know you in most cases, all right? So to get that person to buy the first time or to join the first time, that's the hardest one. Now, if we do a good job of providing value to that person, then it's easier for them to stay on auto ship or a monthly subscription, if they're on a monthly subscription with you, with a particular company, and or buy something else from you or join you in something else. Okay. And then number 3, increase the average purchase price. So what happens is, let's say that you've got an initial offer, and it's not a high ticket offer, all right, but in time you employ a high ticket offer somewhere in your business, and a percentage of your existing clients, all right, take you up on that high ticket offer. What that does is that increases the lifetime value of your customer. That increases the lifetime value of your client or your recruit. And that's important, because in order for us to build a long-term sustainable business, we're going to have to advertise. We're going to have to drive traffic to our lead capture mechanism, capture the lead, and that's going to, in most cases, that's going to cost money. Okay? That's going to cost either time or money or both. And the more money, the more you scale, then the more people are going to see your offer. And when your offer is framed properly, it presents a solution to problems that people are having, and you have more and more people now seeing that, then, ladies and gentlemen, even right now you might suck at marketing, but that won't always be the case. The reason people suck at marketing is because they're not consistently driving traffic. Or if they're driving traffic, they're not driving them to some type of lead capture mechanism that has a robust follow-up that presents to that lead the solutions to the pains and the frustrations that they're having. If all of a sudden you are in a position, maybe you've got a marketing budget, all right, and with a large segment of our following, they'll be employing It's really a network marketing company, but it's more of a tool that's going to help them develop a marketing budget so that they can start to drive traffic, start collecting the lead, bring value to those leads, all right? And in bringing value to the lead, my heavens, will we be pouring salt on the wound. You want to pour salt on that wound. That frustration, that pain that people are having, man, you want to magnify that. So now when you bring the solution, someone who's thinking clearly says, I want the solution, and they buy the solution, meaning they buy your product, they buy your service, they join your company, so on and so forth, okay? All right, so now, let me share with you a funnel. This is a funnel that I got in this funnel earlier, I was going to say earlier this year, but we're already in 17. Sometime in May-ish, I believe it was, of 2016. All right. Now, most companies are not going to have a funnel, okay? It's hard pressed, especially in network marketing, to find a company that has a funnel the way that we're talking about it. I will share with you as we start to end what we're doing so that you can wrap a funnel around your offer, okay? I've never really seen what we are about to do. I've never really seen it before in the network marketing space, okay? All right, and the reason we're doing this, all the stuff I'm teaching you right now, I didn't get from network marketers, all right? I got from going to very high level mastermind events or purchasing mastermind courses with some 8-figure producers. Not 6 figures is 100,000 a year or more, 7 figures is $1 million a year or more, 8 figures is 10 million a year or more. I'm not saying they were netting 10 million, but their business was producing gross revenues of 10 million or more, okay? All right, so here we go. So here was the funnel that I was in. And it started off with a lead magnet. Uh-oh. Give me a moment. Bear with me. Okay, all right. All right, so it started off with a lead magnet. Now, what is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is a value exchange. It's a value proposition where they say, listen, I want your email address or I want your cell phone number. So in order to get that, extract your email address or cell phone number, I'm going to give you something of extreme value. Now, this particular funnel had a webinar funnel. And so what happened was they were doing a live webinar, and in order to register for the webinar, you had to give them your email address. Now, I personally love webinar funnels because the percentage of people that give you real data is extremely high. Because the thinking is, if I want to come to this webinar, I've got to get a webinar link. And if I give you fake data, then I'm not going to be able to come to the webinar. Or maybe I can't come to the webinar. Maybe they say, hey, if you register, you'll at least get the recording, because that puts you into a list. So I love webinar funnels. You are in a webinar funnel, all right? You opted in to a list in order to come to the webinar, all right? And so now that allows us to continue the relationship with you. Now, the reality is many of you were introduced to our webinar funnel by someone else. So we never, ever, ever, and we never will, send out personal referral links to our webinar list. All right, we've got to move with integrity. But what it does allow us to do is it allows us to build relationships, to build bonds that have been long-lasting bonds. There are some of you that are on the webinar that you've been following us for years now. All right, so this is a lead magnet. Now, what we will introduce with Click, Rank, and Bank, CRB, will be a video series funnel where somebody opts in to get access to a video series. And the inference there is this isn't just some sales video. This isn't just some one-time, hey, buy from me a video. This is a series of trainings that we're going to be sending you. So in order for us to send you this series, what do you need to provide? Good data, good email address, good cell phone number, so on and so forth. Okay, so it started off with a lead magnet. Every funnel should start with a value proposition, a value exchange. Hey, I'm going to give you something of value, whether it's access to a webinar, whether it's access to a video series, whether it's access to an ebook or something downloadable or what have you. I'm partial to either webinar funnels or a video series funnel, okay? Number two, all right, now this was the funnel that they had, all right? All right, so what happened was, in their advertising, I saw a Facebook ad. In their advertising, they were talking about how they, for every $1 in advertising they spend, they tend to generate $2 to $3 of revenue. All right. So now, what was the problem? All right. I wasn't seeing for every dollar I spend in advertising, I'm getting a 2-time or 3-time my advertising dollars. All right, so that was my pain. That was my pain. That was my problem. All right, I want to be able to spend $1 and make $1.50. Spend $1 and make $2. Spend $1 and make $3, $4, $5. Now, sometimes that's just a process of time because you have to build that list and you've got to cultivate that list, so on and so forth. Okay, so that was the webinar funnel. In order for me to find out how they were spending $1 in advertising and getting $2, $3, $4, sometimes $5, sometimes $10 in revenue, I had to give them my email address because I wanted to go on to the webinar. Now, once I came onto the webinar, all right, value. It wasn't, I knew I was going to get a pitch, but man, I didn't mind it because I learned so much. I was sitting there, I was taking notes. All right, value. And then at the end, there was the offer. Now, their offer was a high ticket offer, a multi-$1,000 product purchase, which is a fabulous product purchase. And when you make the purchase, you also become an affiliate of that particular offer. And that's a high ticket offer, okay? Generates $3,000 in commissions for each sale. All right, so I wasn't intending on outlaying that kind of money, all right? But it was such a valuable offer. And the way they framed it was so valuable that though I was not intending, guess what? I took advantage of the offer. Then, when I took advantage of the offer, okay, which generated a few thousands of dollars in commissions for them. When I took advantage of the offer, I was able to come into their membership portal. All right, so as a part of the offer, I got access to their membership portal. Inside of the membership portal, they started sharing various tools and resources that they were using to build their business. I knew it worked because I had no intent of outlaying what I outlaid for that particular offer. I wasn't even looking for another income side. I just wanted to see, well, how were you doing this? How are you getting $3 and $4 and sometimes $5 from a traffic campaign? All right. Now, in their membership portal, there was a second offer. It was a tool. All right. I got the tool. Then in their membership training, as I'm going through, because I want to set my business up to emulate their business as much as possible, then there was a third offer, okay? That was another tool or resource. And each of these tools or resources had their own sales funnels. So like with one of them, it was a lead capture mechanism, all right? And with that lead capture mechanism, so I get the lead capture mechanism, you know, I've got that as a subscription that generated a commission for them, all right? But with that, inside of that lead capture mechanism, it had its own funnel where you could upgrade. Would you like fries with that? Once again, when they presented the fries, it was not a situation where I felt where I had to or felt any sales pressure. I wanted to because I saw the value. So this is what I'm saying with a funnel. It's got to be an automated process, not just a sales video. It's got to be a process that communicates solutions to the problems that people are having. And everything in their funnel was communicating a solution to a problem that I had. All right. And so ultimately, I wound up essentially purchasing everything that they had in there. Okay. Now, someone tell me, by looking at this funnel, can someone tell me what is the one problem with this funnel? Can anyone pick that out? What is the one problem with this funnel? We're talking about multiple streams of income. They generated from from one customer, one client, they certainly generated multiple streams of income. What is the one problem? You've got it, Richard. You've got it, Richard. Now, Sinclair, I didn't mention it, but there was residual, this particular tool right here, and you see me use it every single day, all right? Every single day when I'm sending out our posts, our trainings, I use the tool that I was introduced to from their particular offer. I pay a monthly subscription for it. They get I think they get a 40% affiliate commission. All right, and I've got the top tier subscription now. So that one tool generates like the subscription is $300 a month for the top tier. All right, for the top tier, I've got the top tier now. I didn't start off with the top tier, but I've got the top tier now, and they're getting like $120 a month. And I'm never, ever, ever going to be without that particular tool. I'm never going to be without that. As long as I am marketing, I will have that particular tool. So they'll be making $120 a month, you know, for as long as I'm marketing, which I plan to market for quite some time. So it's not the residual element. I didn't say it, all right? But I think Richard was the first one that said it. This right here, the problem with their funnel is that all of these other ancillary income streams, I wouldn't call the $120 a month an ancillary income stream from my purchase, but all of these other income streams they generated was contingent upon me taking advantage of the primary offer. And the primary offer was a high ticket offer. And so while that's great that there's a high ticket offer there, they get one sale, they make a few $1,000s from that one sale, all right? So it doesn't take them that many sales a month to generate a significant income. So the reason he was able to spend $1 on advertising and make 3 or 4 or 5 is because with that particular offer, it pays a one-tier $3,000 commission, okay? So he can go out and he can spend $2,000 in advertising, get one sale, and he just made $3,000 back, all right? So he spent, let's say if he spent $1,500 in advertising, and if he just gets one sale, he makes $3,000. So he outlaid $1,500 to generate $3,000, $1 to make $2. Okay, and when I originally saw that, I think he had just had like 10 sales for that month. So with 10 sales, he generated over $30,000, and I think he was out of pocket maybe $2,000 or $3,000 in advertising. Okay, that's why I'm saying at some point you want to have a high ticket somewhere at some point in your funnel. All right. A lot of people may not start there because it typically would require a pay-to-play where you had to buy the product to be an affiliate of that product or service, and not everybody has those resources. But as you begin to scale your business, and one of the things we talk about with our audience all the time is reinvesting, recapping back into your business in the form of the proper tools, in the form of the proper, big word here, resources. So a resource could be that you're generating a revenue in your business. All right, you're starting to make some money in your business. You're taking a percentage of your revenues and you're recapping back into your business in the form of the proper tools, the proper resources, all right, which could be starting another income stream, which could be adding a high ticket element, all right. And then as people start to come through your funnel and they start to hear that messaging, all right, they're looking as they start to generate revenue to scale. And so now all of a sudden they're hearing, hey, you need to have a high ticket at some point. Well, now they get to see your high ticket, okay? And hopefully they'll do your high ticket and you'll make some money there, okay? All right, let me share with you what I believe the anatomy of a perfect funnel is. There's a lead magnet, all right? We are developing what we believe is going to be a perfect funnel, all right, with our Click, Rank, and Bank portal. We believe that's going to be a perfect funnel. Why? Because there'll be a lead magnet. And that lead magnet will be a video series. It will have a 30-day robust video follow-up series. 30 days, robust video follow-up series. As a matter of fact, let me show off something real quickly. I did this on our post today, so some of you saw this if you got our messaging, okay? So here's an example. Here's an example. So we'll have a lead magnet. And the lead magnet will go something like, shocking video series reveals how to develop a six-figure biz even if you suck at marketing. All right, well, we know the majority of people suck at marketing. We know the majority of people still want to make money. And so to remember, we want to tap into people's frustrations, right? That's why we use this terminology. We want to tap into their frustrations. Most people suck at marketing. They don't suck. They're not, they're great people, but they're not good at marketing. All right. So here's there's the value proposition. People give us their email address, hopefully a good email address because it's a series. And this is the first follow-up in that particular series. Now, when they give the email address, they're going to immediately be taken to a sales video to present what we're presenting in that particular, with that particular offer. Now, we want people to take action right away. All right, we want people to join right away, but we know that most people aren't going to join right away. Okay, so we've got a 30-day, very robust follow-up sequence. So what we've basically done is we've got this sales video that people have access to right away when they give us a good email address. All right, we know not everybody's going to watch the full sales video. They don't know us yet. All right, they'll watch some of it, maybe some good content. Some may stay long enough to join right away, but we know that's not how marketing works online. We need to have a robust follow-up sequence. So the next day, here is, instead of the full sales video, here is a segment of what we talked about in that sales video. We go into detail in this one video here, enough to give them some value. And guess what happens the next day? There's another segment, and then the next day, there's another segment. And every message builds on each other, but could stand independently from each other. So if they missed message 1 and 2, and they open up message number 3, well, the messaging in message number 3 could stand all on its own. If they happen to follow the whole series, then man, they're getting some nuggets and some nuggets and some nuggets. So it would be like taking what we've done here tonight. We've given you a lot of information, and taking what we've done here tonight and breaking it down in 10, 15, 20-minute segments so that you really got why you need to have a list, or so that you really got what it means to have a funnel-based system or what have you, okay? Oh, by the way, for those that are going to use this, when your person clicks here, they're going to be taken to a page where they'll get started with you to start the same process. They'll be able to leverage the same campaign. All right. So what we are basically doing, we've searched long and hard, and we haven't found a network marketing company, an MLM, that boasted a funnel-based system based on the definition that I've given you, okay? And where did I get those definitions? From people that were doing 8 figures. So what we're doing is we're building a funnel that you basically can put anything in. So if you are in travel, you can take our funnel and build our funnel around your travel business. If you are in cryptocurrencies, continue to promote cryptocurrencies, you can take our funnel and build that around your cryptocurrency offer, okay? All right. All right, so now, with our funnel, lead magnet, which will include a video series, all right? Number 2, and by the way, each messaging will look like that. The page will look like this. The headlines will change. So the second message and the third message, this headline will be different. This sub-headline will be different, all right, because there's a little different message for that particular video, okay? But each video will have some type of, will have a timer. Give me a moment. I want to show you something. Bear with me. Bear with me. Well, good day to our amazing audience. We trust it. Okay. So each message in the series will come with a timer. All right. And it'll have this message: get access to our 6+ figure platform in 8 minutes and 1 second. And once that 8 minutes is up, or the 7 minutes is up, all right, then this button right here will appear. Okay. So the second message, that button might come up in 2 minutes, and the third message, it might come up. What happened is, with each of the videos, we went through each of the videos and we said, when would be a great spot for that button to appear? When would there be a great spot for a call to action button to appear? And so the second video, I don't know what it is. It might say in 3 minutes and 22 seconds or what have you. Button appears. We've got the call to action in here for them to do business with you. We don't have to say, hey, get back to the person that referred you, none of that stuff, because all your stuff will be programmed in here. Any links that we would want people going to, your link would be programmed in here, okay? All right, so now let's go back to the anatomy of the perfect funnel. All right, so we need to have a lead magnet. All right, we're using a video series as a lead magnet. Now, that initial offer, we want that initial offer to be a low ticket offer. We want it to be we want the initial offer to be a low ticket offer, because this is the first time that this person is doing business with us. We want to make it a no-brainer. And so typically, if you start going above $50 or $100 for that initial offer, people pause. If you keep that initial offer typically at about $50, maybe less, for most people, $50, especially if you frame the offer in value, for most people, $50 is not a financial risk to them. $50 is not a financial decision. They don't have to talk about it with their spouse or their significant other. All right. They don't have to, when I get paid, no, $50 is not that much. All right. So we have an offer in place that this offer would be like $50 with no monthly ownership, no monthly subscription, $50 a year. Okay. Then we would have a second offer. Now, your second offer, you want to have an offer that's going to bring about some residual. Some people will use a high ticket. Some people will use a tool. In our case, what we'll be doing is that second offer will be still a low price point. All right. It will be a tool, our Click, Rank, and Bank platform. All right. And that will provide some residual income. But even that is still a low ticket offer. So by the time someone comes to this funnel, all right, they've gotten a lead magnet, they're getting ongoing valuable training, they're taking advantage of the initial offer, which is a low ticket offer. Now, it does have a network component. So if you're promoting travel, if you're promoting Bitcoin offer, if you're promoting a weight loss or what have you, it's not designed to get you to stop promoting that. It's designed to be a solution-oriented tool. It just happens to have a network compensation. When you understand that, I don't think you'll be upset with that, because you can make a ton of money, all right, with nobody being on a monthly subscription. The second offer is going to be our portal. And we'll basically sandwich that when someone is watching this video here, when they click getting started here, step one will be that initial offer, that low ticket offer. Step two will be, hey, get our portal, which is also a low ticket offer. It's going to be $1 test drive for 7 days. Thereafter, $30 a month. It'll pay like a 33% commission, $10 essentially. So 3 makes it free. Anything above that is profit. Then what you want to have is a third offer. this is where the high ticket and residual should be. This is going to be really where you're going to start to show your wares in our system. So you might have a fourth offer and you might have a fifth offer. So this is where maybe your travel business comes in, maybe your weight loss business comes in. What you want to do earlier on is you want to lead in with something that product, that service, that income opportunity is a solution, is healing, ointment, salve to the problems that the overall marketplace, the marketplace is having challenges with. So for instance, with our CRB, the second offer, what challenges are we meeting? All right, well, most people do not have a lead capture mechanism. Well, guess what? They're going to be able to choose from a number of different lead capture pages. Some of them will have the same messaging, different backgrounds. So you'll be able to test to see which ones work best for you. A lot of times in marketing, to have an attractive young lady looking you in the eye with a smile does really good in marketing. Sometimes it's a landscape. Can really do really good in marketing. You see, pretty much, let me see, this is a different titling here. All right, so we know that one of the challenges is that most people don't have a lead capture mechanism. Now, most people are going to come out of the gate and outlay what I'm outlaying for my suite of tools. That's $300 a month. All right, you don't have to start at $300 a month, but that's what I'm up to now with just that one suite of tools. One of the things I love about that tool suite is that I can create capture pages at will. All right, I can totally different backgrounds. I can do video background. There's so much I can do with that, but most people aren't going to do that from the start. One, they don't have the resources, and two, they may not be techies to know how to do that. And I'm not a techie, by the way, okay? So what we're doing is when folks leverage our CRB portal, there will be a number of lead capture pages they'll be able to use, all right? Some of them with backgrounds, background there. All right, and I love this one. You know, even if you suck at marketing, you get that with the baby with the pacifier. Okay, all right, so you'll be able to use from the day that someone gets our portal, they'll be able to immediately have multiple lead capture pages that they don't even have to worry about designing, and we'll be adding more and more and more as we go along. That's number one. That's one of the problems that we're solving. A second problem that we're solving is, okay, once somebody opts in, then what? Well, what do I send them? How do I provide value? I'm struggling making money in this industry. What kind of value am I going to provide? Don't worry about that. That's what the video series is all about. We're providing the value. Notice if you're new to our webinar, Queen never mentioned my name. She never does. I never do. All you're going to get is, oh, that's Doc. Well, what the heck is that? Who is that? How do I find this Doc dude? That's all by design so that we can present value for your audience, but your audience comes back to you. And now we'll have it where your audience right there at the point of decision, at the point of value, immediately, they can click on automated process. Automated process doesn't just mean a sales video. It means a robust follow-up system. And your information is there. Because you might be in Australia and your prospect is in the US, or you might be in the US and your prospect is in Japan. And you need an automated process that doesn't care about time zones and what part of the day it is in that part of the world. And you can still get your message out. So, lead capture page, valuable follow-up, 30 days? A 30-day video follow-up? Never seen anybody do that. I've seen some people do some, like an email follow-up with some, some words in there and maybe a link to go to a video, but it's the same sales video that they keep. No, these trainings, ladies and gentlemen, I could package these trainings. I'm saying $297. It's worth more than that. I could package these trainings and sell them, in a package for like $997. Easily, based on what I see my other infopreneur mentors doing, okay? You're going to have access to that for $30. For $30 a month. For $30 a month, you're going to have access to that, okay? So the next day there'll be another training. There'll be verbiage in the email. There'll be a link for them to click onto. They'll have another page to go to. More value for my SMS text folks. You're going to be able to take the same link and text it out to your leads. All right. So if you want to, let's say you go through and you say, man, that was a phenomenal training. You'll take your link and you'll just text it out to your SMS text list. Okay. We're starting off with email on this because that's where the masses are. And then once people come into our full funnel, our full portal, then we can start educating them also on the power of SMS text message marketing. So for my RAS folks, if you're wondering, now how does all of this connect with my RAS platform? It's because right now the masses, we'll be able to get the masses to come through an email system, bring value to them, get them generating some income, all right, with this particular offer that we have here, get them generating income even if they're not good at marketing. Then we'll be able to educate them inside of our portal about the importance of mobile marketing so that by the time they opt in, Gail, to your mobile marketing system, give me a moment. Okay. By the time they opt into your mobile marketing system, they are a much more educated lead in your mobile marketing system. Okay. All right. So let's finish here. All right, give us just a moment. Well, good day to all of our RAS fam. Okay, so what's going to happen is, so CRB, Click, Rank, and Bank, is basically a funnel-based system that you're going to be able to wrap around whatever it is that you are promoting. We'll lead in with a couple of tools and resources that bring healing ointment to the pains and the struggles that most marketers are facing. Now, what you just see, what you're seeing here is when you have our CRB portal, this is the thing that's going to be, I shouldn't say thing, this is going to be the system that's $1 for 7 days. So people get a chance to come in, test drive it. If they don't like it, they've got 7 days and all they have at risk is $1. All right. After the 7th day, $30 a month. People are going to want to keep it. All right. We're going to house all of our webinar training in here. Yeah, I get this all the time. Hey, I missed the webinar on February the 2nd. Can you send it to me? And I got to go and find that. Well, no, we're going to post all that in what we call our webinar vault. So you'll be able to see all the webinars for February, all the webinars for March, all the webinars, so on and so forth. So when somebody comes aboard maybe in June, they will have a whole library of webinar content they'll be able to go through that brings value to them. All right. We'll have a marketing training section that will train on marketing in a way that people get it. All right. We're not trying to talk over people's heads in a way that people get it. There'll be a section of training back here that will focus on cash flow. If people go through that series of training, on average, obviously everybody's a little different. On average, that will help people uncover $200 to $500 a month. That'll more than pay for the portal. That'll help them have maybe more resources to build their business. What you see right now is what we call a team pop-up. So what will happen is when you have our portal, you're going to be able to put a message in the team pop-up. And what that means is that anybody who gets the portal from you, all right, anybody who gets the portal from you, which by the way, when you are using our system and someone clicks the get started here, they are they're going to be led to join you in this initial offer, this $50 a year, that you can make $500 to $1,500 a month without you ever talking to a soul. That brings value, all right? That brings healing and ointment. And then, of course, you take a percentage of that, you reinvest that back into your business. And at the same time, we're also telling them, hey, get the portal, all right? So if someone gets that $50 a year, could make $500 to $1,500 a month without them doing any marketing, even if they suck at marketing, all right, they're also going to be prompted to get the portal from you. Now, they get the portal from you. And what you just saw, where were we? You can have a team pop-up. A team pop-up is where you can put any messaging in here you want. All right. So, hey, so you're in weight loss. You want to put your weight loss offer in the team pop-up. You're in cryptocurrency. You want to put information about your cryptocurrency offer in the team pop-up. Now, every so often when somebody logs into the system, the team pop-up appears. Now, it's not intrusive. You can X out right here. You can X out right here, but maybe this is where you are doing a video, or maybe your company has a video or something about your offer, and you can control this content. You can put as much or as little content here as you would like. So every few times that someone logs in, maybe to get, maybe they missed a live webinar, they want to get the recorded webinar, they want to watch the recorded webinar, they have to log in every few times. This pop-up, you can, you control that, okay? The other thing is we're going to have a tool section where we're going to talk about the various tools and resources that we use in our business and why we use these tools and resources, so you understand the tools and resources, maybe even how to better, more effectively use that tool and resource, all right? Now, many of these tools and resources also have affiliate ties to them. Now, most of them are not network marketing. Most of them are a one-tier affiliate, all right? So it might be an email autoresponder. Hey, here's an email autoresponder I've used for 10 plus years. Here's why I use it. And you can register as an affiliate of that autoresponder system for free, even if you don't have it. Maybe you've got another autoresponder system that you like and that you use. But people are going to hear about the autoresponder, because I'm going to tell you everything that I do. I'm going to show you what I'm doing in my business, and you can emulate as much of that as you want, okay? So what will happen is we'll talk about the tool, and then we'll say, hey, now go over here and grab that at the Affiliate Center. And the Affiliate Center is where you would put your affiliate links for the various offers that we have back here in the back office. Another way for you to develop multiple streams of income, all right? Different little product niches, same make money online niche, but a little different. One might be an autoresponder, one might be a lead capture page system, one might be our mobile marketing system, okay? All right, and so that will be in the Affiliate Center. So we'll be saying, go back here to the Affiliate Center, all right, and purchase it from the Affiliate Center. Well, here's the thing. You would have loaded up the Affiliate Center with your affiliate links. In some cases, some of these products and services and programs that people will purchase, you don't even have to own the product or service in order to be an affiliate. And there are some pay-to-play type affiliate things where you need to own it, in order to get the commissions on it. But not all. That's not the case with all of the tools. And then as I start to round third, you'll also be able to now have a showcase. Now, this is where you can now showcase all of your wares. So what I said, hey, we need to have a funnel-based system. What I did not see in the marketplace was a funnel-based system that a person could use despite what their primary offer happens to be: weight loss, nutrition, cryptocurrencies, travel, what have you, okay? And so we've decided to build a funnel-based system, and you just insert whatever it is that you're promoting inside of that funnel. So your funnel looks something like this: lead magnet, initial low ticket offer that can make you a lot of money. All right, and we'll talk more about that for those of you that don't know about that offer. Many of you probably already know, okay? Second offer would be the actual portal. So really your high ticket offer would probably come, let's say, with a third offer, if you have a high ticket. Or maybe this is your weight loss offer. This is your nutritional offer. This is your electricity offer. This is your cryptocurrency offer. And then maybe you've got another offer. So you can see here in your showcase, you're not limited by the number of things you can showcase. Here, Joanne, all right, Joanne referred Sue Average, okay? So I'm logged into Sue Average. Joanne Test is my sponsor, all right, into the CRB. Joanne is promoting weight loss. I left click here. I can see what Joanne is promoting, and all this content here, this video here, any of this content here, Joanne put there. She put that into the system. We'll show you with the videos, you know, how to do that. It's a very simple process. But Joanne may also be in the travel niche, travel like the rich. All right, doesn't have to be a network marketing company. It might be an affiliate offer. It might be something you find on ClickBank. You know, maybe you find a great product on JVZoo or ClickBank or some other affiliate system. Maybe you purchased a training course. Some type of traffic training course, and by purchasing that training course, you can also be an affiliate. All right. Hey, we may not have it in our affiliate center from an administrative standpoint, but hey, put that in your showcase. And so this is what this should look like as I start to round third. This is how we're here to assist you in building multiple streams of income. See, here's the reality. What I'm going to do is I'm going to promote the heck out of my lead magnet. I'm going to promote the heck out of, hey, here's a way that you can build a 6-figure plus biz even if you suck at marketing. That's what I'm leading in with. All right. I'll get opt-ins. When I get those opt-ins, they're going to be introduced automatically, automated process, to the initial low ticket offer. Because this is my first introduction. This is the first time I'm asking them to come out of pocket and spend a little money. All right. And we're going to show them how they can take that little outlay and potentially generate $500 to $1,500 a month, even if they're not good at marketing yet. And then we're going to show you how to scale that to potentially a 6-figure biz. That's what the video series goes through. Okay. Then the second offer is to get the portal, to get the CRB portal. Okay. Then inside of that, all right, I'm really big on mobile marketing. Well, guess what? Inside of that, we're talking, we'll have a section in there with mobile marketing under tools. In my personal showcase, because I'm so big on mobile marketing, I'll have in my showcase something dealing with mobile marketing. All right. Gail, did you catch that? Anders, did you catch that? Mark, did you catch that? Okay. All right. So I'm really big on that. I'm really big. I love cryptocurrencies, you know, Bitcoin and things of that nature. All right. So whatever, doesn't matter. Whatever you're passionate about. Zeke, I know you're really big into health. All right. I know you and Jerry are really big into health. Well, this is where you have your health products. Whether they're network marketing companies or just products or services or what have you, for $30 a month. I hadn't even talked about the value vault, all right, the webinar vault. Obviously, hopefully you'll see the value in that because we'll be posting this webinar in the webinar vault. Okay, all right. So we wanted to talk about multiple streams of income, but I want to show you that it's not just some saying, it's not just some feel good, it's not just something to excite you to come to a webinar. We've got to actually put things in place to make that happen. And with what we're doing with this particular portal, we're putting those things into place so that you could seamlessly develop multiple streams of income. One other thing here real quickly, okay? One of the things that we will do with a lot of our trainings, whether we're talking trainings under tools or under marketing training, is we'll often have a call to action at the end of the training. Hey, make sure you check out your referrer showcase. Take a look at what they're doing. And if you're intrigued by the offer, the product, the service, don't go to YouTube and find somebody on YouTube to join or buy from. No, let's keep the money in the family. Buy from Joanne, buy from Mary, buy from Martha, but whoever your referrer is, if they post something in their showcase and you get value out of that, you want to buy that, you want to join that, buy it from them. Join them. You're sowing the right seeds into your business. The universe pays attention to that kind of stuff. You want to reap certain things, you got to sow certain things. Because when you have people coming through the portal, I'm going to be saying, go to your referral showcase. And now it's your showcase they're going to. And it's your product, and your service, and your income opportunity that they're seeing. And you want them to buy from you and not now jump over to YouTube and find somebody else to buy from. No, you want them buying from you. Okay? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop there and pass my time. Ooh, I'm 6 minutes past my time. We normally do about 90 minutes of content. All right. So, I'm past my time. Queen, how about we do I'll go to the top of the hour. I'll take 25 minutes. I'll go to the top of the hour. I don't know if you can stay here that long. If not, let me know. I'll be willing to go to the top of the hour to address any questions that we may have. This would be a great time for you to put your questions in your questions box.